time for the Luke Howard Show, and guess what? It's recorded, so please welcome Luke Howard. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. The audience loved me, they absolutely loved me, so thank you audience for your wonderful round of applause as usual. Morning. It's Saturday the 30th, yes, the 30th of May, our last show of the month. Wow, last show of the month. Would you believe it? When we're next on, it'll be the 1st of June. I can't believe where the time's gone. It's gone really quick. So it's our last show of the month, and would you believe it? Next time we're on, it'll be June the 1st. So, wow, last show of the month. This month's gone quick. Wow. Here's to June is all I can say. Here's to June. So, on the show today, what we're going to be talking about is, of course, our stuff in the news, and we're also going to be playing amazing music, great entertainment, and a whole lot more. It's a great way to start your weekend, and of course, kickstart your day as well, isn't it? So during the week, it's to kickstart the day, and then Saturdays is to kickstart the weekend. So Monday to Friday, it's to kickstart the day, and then Saturdays to kickstart your weekend. So we're here every day from 10 until 10:45. When I say we, I don't actually mean we, I mean myself. Because I do a lot. I do it all myself. I love doing it myself. I don't have anyone doing it for me. I do it all myself. I've got it all in front of me. All I've got to do is just sit here and speak into the microphone for as long as I can, and then play some music and then chat as much as I can as well. So wherever you are today, whatever you're doing, I hope it goes well. And of course, if you're sitting around and listening to Britain's best radio show, we love to have your company. We love to hear from you as well. 07593 847 105. Go and get in touch with us, and we'll give you a mention on the show. It's that easy. Text or call. If texting, I would suggest start with the word talk and your name. Or if you go on Instagram, we're on there. I'm on there. At the Luke Howard fan page is the one to add. Emails, of course, is GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com. That's my agent's number, by the way. My agent's email. Or another email, 345-457@student.hrc.ac.uk is another email to contact, or you can use the hashtags, hashtag Luke Howard Show, hashtag Luke Howard, or hashtag stay at home at the moment, hashtag stay at home and listen to the Luke Howard Show. We'll give you a big mention on the show because you all deserve a mention on the show, especially at these times, of course, at these funny and weird times, because it is very strange. It is very strange at the moment, but I was watching the news yesterday and the day before, and they're actually easing it all down a bit more. They're saying that you can go into people's gardens, and they're saying that from this Monday, you can have, I would believe, 6 of your family members in the garden. But the thing about this I don't get is, okay, the thing about this that I don't get is that in Scotland it's 8, and then I would believe in Ireland it's something like 12, isn't it? 12 people of your family. But so if they can do it, they've got more than what we've got, really, haven't they? I mean, they've got more. It's a lot, isn't it? A lot. I mean, they've got loads more than us. I mean, with us, it's just 6. But hopefully, they're going to up it more a bit. But by Monday, they're saying that we are allowed to do it. But we do it. We go around our nans and sit in the garden with them anyway. But we don't sit near them. We sit well away from them. But hopefully, by next week, that will all be fine with that, and then they'll slowly, gradually, shops are going to be reopening up, I believe, on the 15th of June. Car showrooms, I believe, are opening up this Monday as well. So what they're trying to do is they're sort of trying to get things back to normal a tiny little bit. So they're easing it down a little bit more. So well done to them for Boris. Well done, Boris Johnson, for finally saying about all of it and getting it out there. So well done. So let's talk about something that's really ground my gears now, because there's a beach in Bournemouth. Now, oh my God, nobody on this beach is social distancing at all. It is packed with people. And I would think on a day like today and yesterday, all this week, we've had lovely sunny weather. It's been hot, feeling hot, because it has been all week. Yesterday was really hot. Really hot. I'm sure you all knew it was. I would recommend that the beaches had people on there. Well, this beach in Bournemouth has been packed with people. No one's doing social distancing. They're all chatting to each other. They're all having barbecues, and they're all. I mean, okay, it's all right, but not too many people on the beach. Well, this beach has got tons of people on the beach. It's how are they all going to social distance on a beach? Now, come on, it's hard, very, very hard. Like, it's like if you go around your family's house and you bust into doing a wee and you need to go to the toilet. Well, I wouldn't suggest go in the house and do it. I would suggest go in the corner of their garden and do it there. That's the best thing to do. That's what we do. We go and stand in the corner of the garden and do your business there, whatever. But a hospital in this seaside town, Bournemouth, of course, amazing place, has actually had to stop accepting new patients because of a surge in coronavirus cases. So the emergency shutdown in Weston-super-Mare, Somerset, the other day was led to indication that street parties on VE Day earlier this month, of course, may have caused a spike in the infection. So it came as thousands took advantage of spectacular sunshine, like yesterday, of course, and all this week, and of course flock the beaches around the country where the 2-metre rule approached virality impossible to strike to in the crowds. It was impossible. Temperatures have been reaching 25 degrees all this week, and of course in London, which is the hottest place, of course. I mean, there are little beaches in London because, on the Thames, where they've got the boats coming up and down, you can go and have beach parties on there. They've got sands there. They've got dunes and sands down along the Thames. You can go and do that. It's a good idea. But it was slightly cooler in the southwest of England this week. There were 2-mile queues on the A31 into Bournemouth the other day. 10 million short leisure car journeys were made over the bank holiday weekend, of course, with the RAC new admissions at Western General Hospital, which was blocked from 8 a.m. in the morning to maintain patient and staff safety. Ware Town up the road from here. There's a town up the road from here called Ware, about 11 miles down the road. They've closed their high street off. I mean, you could only go, it's only a one way now. They've only made it one way because cars are constantly going up and down. And of course, it's all to do with social distancing. So here in Buntingford, why don't they do that in the high street here? Because you get cars going up and down 24/7. But they've also done it in Hertford as well, which is 13 miles from here. That's another town not far from here. They've introduced social distancing with cars there as well, but only down one street, which is Ford Street, which is the other end of Hertford. So, if they can do it, then why don't they do it in all the towns as well? Everywhere. Villages, towns, hamlets, cities, even London. I'm sure they will, but few places have actually only just started by doing it because of a Facebook online post that we saw. They were doing it on there, which is absolutely amazing. So the measures was actually prescriptionary and would be kept under review. This is University Hospitals, Bristol and Western. NHS Foundation Trust said that patients would be able to receive care and treatment in other appreciate healthcare settings in the area. And if they need it, though, if they need it, it's actually added. So Dr. William Oldfield, medical director at the Trust, said that as with any hospital, the number of patients with COVID-19 will frequently change as people were admitted and discharged, of course. And they've been saying, we currently have had a high number of patients with COVID-19 in Western General Hospital. As an extra perception, we have taken the protective step to temporarily stop accepting new patients to maintain patient and staff safety. This is, though, a critical legislation, and they are being supported to their system partners to ensure that new patients receive the care and treatment they need in the appropriate setting, and they can only continue to provide high quality care to existing patients. Now, the NHS have been absolutely amazing at this very moment, so well done to whatever they've been doing. The NHS have been trying their best to take care of us all, and they've been amazing, absolutely brilliant. So he added that a robust coronavirus testing programme is in place for patients and staff to identify cases quickly. So writer Matthew Adams was among those to vent his anger on Twitter. He wrote, a little over 2 weeks since the VE Day celebrations, and my local hospital has today stopped admitting the new patients because of a surge in number of COVID cases. That's quite of an angry way to say it, to be honest with you. That's not quite a nice way to say it, but Hermione Chase posted that my local hospital and was judging from the number of government signatories for Year Day street parties. I cycled past a couple of weeks ago. I'm not surprised that tiny seaside hospital now unable to cope, but various protective care doctor and campaigner Rachel Clark said that rising numbers of COVID-19 patients have just forced overwhelmed Western A&E to close. This is also previously, I don't really want to talk about this on the show anymore, but Cummings is rule breaking. Okay, and Boris Johnson's endorsement of it are so utterly ineffable wrong. But meanwhile, 2 people died after separate incidents on the Cornish coast. Police were called to an unparked boat near Porthley Brock in Waterbridge at 2:25 p.m. There were people that were taken to hospital, and a teenage girl later died. In the second incident, a man was pulled from water at Tranenham Bay, Padstow, at 2:30 p.m. He died at the scene. Well, I never. And there's a picture on my script of the hospital, and there's also another picture of the seaside. Now, to be honest with you, I don't even want to look at it because it just gets to me, okay? It just gets to me looking at a picture of a seaside full of people, and people in kids, youngsters, people. It's just full of them, full of youngsters on the beach. It shouldn't be done. They've got people put tents up, people are laying there, but they should all be social distancing. But quite clearly, they're not. They're quite clearly not. So, if people don't follow the rules, well, for longer and longer, the longer it'll take. So, okay, siblings have been also winning a battle for all 7% of a beloved dad. 7 brothers and sisters were able to attend their beloved dad's funeral after battling a rule starting only 5 that could go due to the coronavirus. Now, despite the fact, we have to keep talking about coronavirus. The fact is that it was a heart blockage, not COVID-19, and it killed Gerald Hackford, aged 72. Sheffield City Council said that rules brought in during the pandemic and would limit numbers. Daughter Geraldine West wrote this. Okay, letters to the authority complained on social media and went to the press in a bid to receive the decision. This described it as heartbreaking. And just 3 days before the May 18 funeral, the Undertaker called to say that the ruling had been changed, and Miss West, 49, said that for those all that are to be meant, this absolutely would, and we wouldn't ever have been able to decide which of us that couldn't go. So how could it be then? How could we, he said. We was a single dad who brought all 7 children up himself. We all had to be there and paying tributes to the outgoing dad and a former steel worker who made Zimmer frames. That we Mr. West said that many of his 33 grandchildren and 25 great-grandchildren, blimey, there's loads, line the streets before the crematorium. Now, crematation. I'm so glad that we fought the decision, he said, and she said that we are a big family and Dad was loved by us all. Now, the council which runs City Road Crematory, where Mr. Hackford's service was held, was approached by comment, and it is understood that the maximum number of funeral mourners, well, they all various by region, really. So, there you go. So, there we go. So, from next week, we are not talking about Dominic Cummings on the show again. Just to let you know. So, let's talk about royals now, shall we? I really want to talk about this because as a young actress do you know what? I was watching, my mum's been watching this thing on, it's called Without a Trace, Sky One, Without a Trace it's called. And I think Meghan Markle was actually in that series. I think she was actually on Without a Trace. We'll have to find out and see because I think it was her. So as a young actress on the cusp of Hollywood fame, Meghan Markle would return from long days on set and spill out her thoughts into a blog. So she shared everything on her online diary, the TG, from her. This is from her diet and exercise routine to advise on work and love. And 3 million Instagram fans, 800,000 Facebook followers, and 350,000 Twitter followers all hung on. The suit stars every word. Then Meghan and Harry and the firm closed around her love of keeping a diary on royal aids, advice for social media, and was wiped down in January 2017. So, 2 months after the royal engagement, the TIG followed in April that year, but now it's feared that the TIG was simply replaced, but a potential tickling time bomb, would you believe? Time bomb. So, because Meghan, 38, repeatedly kept writing private diaries during the two temptations, is that the right word? temp,